The First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Well, we have a potentially historic day for severe weather across much of the southern plains, specifically southern Kansas and Oklahoma, where we have a very rare high risk for severe weather, potential tornado outbreak here throughout the remainder of this evening because severe weather conditions are very ripe. We have very high cape, meaning there's going to be very strong updrafts. The mid-level lapse rates are quite steep as well, meaning those updrafts can grow quite substantially. And to make matters worse, the helicity instability, which typically just means the rotation in the air, is also very, very high, which is why there's a tornado watch in effect all across Nebraska, Kansas, and the whole way down into Oklahoma. We've seen multiple severe thunderstorm warnings with up to golf ball sized hail and multiple tornado warnings as well. One now moving through Major County towards Fairview. So from Fairview down to Weatherford, Oklahoma City, up to Ponca City, and even Stillwater where Oklahoma State is. A lot of folks could see severe weather here tonight, but Tim, thankfully here closer to home, not looking nearly as dangerous here across the First Coast.
Thankfully, we have a couple scattered thunderstorms. Thought we'd take a look out the window, folks. And by the way, yes, Tornado Alley is known to have tornadoes, but we thought we'd have Ross out there covering this event because unfortunately, potentially, it could be historic in a catastrophic way. And for those of you that haven't heard, Ross did some pretty cutting edge forecast out there in Tornado Alley. He talks about a lot of numbers there. When he talks about the CAPE value, that's the convective atmospheric potential energy. A lot of those numbers they use to really try to nail it down. These are numbers we're using right now, officially 82 degrees, dew point 70. So yeah, it's humid out there. These are what we call cumulus congestus. And that just means there's a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Sea breeze is going west, but the steering currents for the thunderstorms are heading east and southeast. And what that means is they're kind of flaring up in a scattered fashion along Highway 17. The clouds are drifting east, but not a lot of that rain will make it all the way east to, let's say, Highway 13 or 95. They'll diminish that way. I think pretty much between I-95 and Highway 301, which you see here, will be where a few scattered thunderstorms will continue off and on for the next couple of hours. Then things are going to calm down. But as the thunderstorm activity decreases for the rest of the week, the heat will build. We've been talking about this for a week now, and at least near record levels heat until a cool front is on the way. Remember, it's still May, it's still spring. So this heat isn't here for the rest of the summer. This cool front is the one that's potentially causing that catastrophic weather out west. This cool front will make it here late Friday. However, it will weaken in a big way. We still expect some thunderstorms, but it's also going to help us with the temperature. So I want you to prepare for the heat, but at least know we're not quite in midsummer yet. We'll get to cool down after this heat spell, but here it comes. So tomorrow, 92 degrees. Thunderstorms, though, decrease compared to even just the few scattered thunderstorms we've had here. But you know, in early May, it's hot when the beaches, which are going to have a sea breeze, still make it up to 88 degrees. By the way, for those of you that follow the ocean temperatures, not only because you like how it feels, but, well, you know, that's potential energy. Look at how much it continues to warm up. Surf temperature now 78. Wider sections of the St. John's up to 81 degrees. First week of May, that's about 3 weeks ahead of what used to be the old normal 40 years ago. Okay, here comes the near record heat. 94 on Wednesday and up to 96 on Thursday, feeling like 100 degrees before scattered thunderstorms become widespread and help us with the heat late Friday. Look at Saturday and Sunday, just in time for Mom.
Thank you, Tim.